Hey everyone, welcome to Noobs Training Noobs Production and Housing. In this video, we're gonna, go over more production and housing. So for starters, we want to look at tools. You're going to need a tool for every type of raw product gathering you want to do. The main thing you want to look for is can be repaired or cannot be repaired. Cannot be repaired will be cheaper, but again, they cannot be repaired. And most of the free tools you'll get in the beginning cannot be repaired. So to find ones that you can be repaired, in Velia, you want to find the merchant Zarya, who is nearby the stables and trading master. Now, she sells both that can be repaired and cannot be repaired. The cannot be repaired will be much cheaper, and the can be repaired will be a lot more expensive, which is why I recommend doing more of the trading, as shown in the previous video, to gain that money so that way you can obtain the more expensive can be repaired, so you save money in the long run. Another way to obtain these resources is to employ workers to work at the subnodes of each node that you invest in. You can employ workers from Santo Manzi in Velia, and each town also has one, but this will be the first one you come across, who is located right on the main strip of Velia as you're going through. Now, you can hire one worker at the start of the game. To get more, you're going to have to buy housing and dedicate them as lodging. When you click on any node that has housing available, which is most nodes, you'll see the houses available in either dark gray, light gray, or blue. Blue are available for purchase, light gray you own, and dark gray are not yet available for purchase. In order to purchase the dark gray, you need to purchase the blue that are connecting, so you have to buy them in order. Now, there are many different types of housing designations, but what you need to know for workers is the more lodging you have, the more workers you can hire. Now, as your workers work on these nodes, they consume their stamina, which they gain more of as they level up. But you have to manually refill their stamina with some in-game food items. The easiest one to get from the get-go is buying beer off the marketplace. But once you get a residence and a cooking utensil up, you can easily produce chicken meat to make the grilled chicken, which restores 3 stamina per. Now to jump gears onto selling on the marketplace, first you need to make sure the items are placed into your town's warehouse. Once they're placed in the warehouse, you can go to the central market and sell them. When you go to sell a specific item, you will see the list of prices, the list of orders, and other people selling it, at which point you need to set the quantity you want to sell and at what price. It normally chooses the highest paid orders or the cheapest paid listing, so that way your sale will go up before any others currently up there. And one final thing to touch on before we jump into the full-length video is your energy. Your energy is consumed when you do just about any action in the game except for attacking, for the most part. And you restore 1 energy every 3 minutes while logged in, or 1 energy every hour when logged off when you own 1 character. This ratio changes when logged off when you have more than 1 character, which I'll not be getting into in this video. Hello, and welcome back to my second video of BDO Remastered Beginner Stuff. Things I learned in my first 7 days of playing that may not be completely correct to the game mechanics, but works for me, and I think it would be nice to let other people know this as well. As I said at the end of the last video, we're going to get into housing and production in this one. So, starting off with production. The main thing of production is it's crafting. It is the crafting of this game, and a lot of the materials you use for it, you can sell on the marketplace for decent amount of money. Like, potato. Base price 1400. Actually, no. Let's not do potato. Let's do rough stone. No one is currently selling rough stone. However, there are 458,000 people trying to buy rough stone at 3,770 per. So, this is another good way to make money. In order to do these, you are going to need tools, which, if you're starting off, you should get some intro packs that have some of them. A lot of the ones you get will state, let's see, cannot be repaired. like how this pro says this item cannot be repaired. A lot of the ones you receive for free cannot be repaired. You gotta find the ones that can be repaired from the merchants in town. I don't think he was one of them. No. A good one to go to is... I forget her name. But she's right up here by the Stable Master and Trade Master. Zarya. Zarya is a good one to go to for buying tools. Now, you can buy the cheap ones here for like 70, 50, 500, 45. Or if you scroll down, 15 million, 1,500,000. But these can be repaired. So I recommend watching the first video, doing a lot of trading first, getting your money up there, and then coming for these tools. Now, obviously, again, you start off with some tools, and that's great for getting the base thing going. Like with the pickaxe, you can mine rock to get that rough stone, which is selling a lot. But you also have a chance of finding rarer items from these. Let's just... Nope. Just... Come on. Move. Move. You're standing on top of a rock that's mod... There you go. I like hitting these ones in town just because they're right here. So if you get lucky and get like a black hardstone or a black sharpstone, you can sell those for about... I think it was 2 million last I checked on the marketplace. So that's a good starting way to get money to buy the other tools. Now, let me check one more. That goblin always says that. This goblin has some issues. Alright. Now, another way to collect some of these resources, instead of having to go out and do it yourself, is you can hire workers once you invest in a node. So as we went over last time, you go to a node manager, or if you spend 10 energy, you have to spend your contribution points to invest. When you invest, you unlock the option to work the node at these sub-nodes. Like this one grants potatoes, which I have my worker called Potato Farmer working on it. And this one gives chicken meat and eggs. Now to get these ones, you need to have a rank 1 house, which I'm still working out how that all works. And when I figure that out, I will absolutely make a video on it. But you need workers to work the nodes. At the start, you can have one worker. You can have one worker, which you can get from Santo Manzi, right here in the main drag of Velia. It costs 5 energy to hire one. You get a random selection of one. You can choose to hire or spend 5 energy to get another random selection. And once you hire one, then you just click on the... Let's go to one that I don't have. Click on the node. You have to invest in the subnode as well. You have to invest in the main node, and then in each subnode you want to work in. Then it's just gonna be it'll give you a little window pop up. Here, let's just do it. Little pop up. You'll see all your available workers here. You click who you want, and you click start work. It'll show you how many times. It'll give you how many rotations you want to do it, and anything that they collect will go straight into your town storage. So all the potatoes that they're farming, all the chicken, all the eggs, everything that they're harvesting goes straight into your storage. Now, one thing to be aware of, here's a worker tab up here for quick access to all your workers. They have stamina. Every time they do an action, do a run, they lose some of their stamina. You need to replenish this with food. The cheapest way to do it is to buy beer off the marketplace. So if you want to do it cheap and quick, you can just buy beer off the marketplace for relatively cheap. Let's go pull that up right now.
Our town is peaceful. Have a pleasant stay.
Here. And you click and you click and you can see that there are 4,559 listed at 2,440 each. Now each bureau only restores 2 stamina, so you're going to need 5 per person to get them back up to full for the low-level workers. But it's a relatively cheap and easy way to do it until you get your own residence with cooking. Now on to residences. As you click into a node, you'll see... Let's find one where I didn't... Oh yeah, perfect. You'll see these housing. Blue is for sale. Gray is not... Gray is owned. Dark gray is not available for purchase. Let's see if I can find one that... Oh, probably Olvia. So, here I can only buy 1, 2, 3... These 5. These other houses open up once you purchase one of the previous housing. It's a lot simpler to see with these 2-floor ones. Like, once you buy whatever connects... Okay. So those houses all connect to each other. Let's just do this, because it looks like... Okay. So these are all dark gray. This is blue. There's different housing types. In here, this house can be a storage, a lodging, or a residence. A residence is your own private house that you can decorate, and it counts towards your first-rank housing. Lodging allows you to hire more workers. So, more workers, more lodging, more workers, more workers, more nodes, more raw material. And storage increases your storage for that town. So, down here you see it requires 1 contribution point to purchase it. I have 8. It takes 1 minute to convert it. It costs 500 silver, and I have 4 million. So we purchase it, take 1 contribution point and 500 silver, and take a minute. So, as that's working, now that I purchased this, you see I'm allowed to purchase this house now. Which this one can be storage, refinery, residence. Refinery allows you to make these blackstone powder, which every crafting thing requires. Every crafting thing you want. Majority, 90% of the things you craft are going to need blackstone. So I have a refinery here in Bertale Farm of blackstone, which when you do it and you have an available worker, you can choose something to craft, and it shows you what it costs to craft down there. Blackstone requires the rough stone, which is why I use the rough stone as the example, because everyone needs rough stone. Everyone needs rough stone. So if you don't plan to craft, mine rough stone and sell it. That's easy money. Now, this pulls from your storage of the town. Not of resources in storage. So, this is pulling from my storage of Velia. Which I do have rough stone, but because I don't have a worker, it's going to show as no. Now, there's also other housing types. So these are all lodging. This is level 2. You can level it up to get the next level of things. This one is has a wood workbench, which can craft different crates and plywoods for crafting. Which Tool Workshop will use some of that stuff in their crafting. Again, the stuff needs to be in your storage to be used. We also got over here Mineral Workbench, which is turning stuff into ingots and the crates. Like, I'm making iron crates here, which requires 10 iron ore and 1 blackstone powder. Again, everyone needs rough stone. Blackstone powder is in 90% of the crafting you will do. So this guy is just non-stop repeat making iron ore crates, which is going into my inventory. I have 27. These are trade material. Like how I went over trading in the last video, these I can take out of here, get that heavy backpack, and go to a town and sell these for a nice profit. And all it takes is having I have one guy over here mining iron. He's just non-stop mining iron. I had one guy making black stone powder on repeat, but I ran out of rough stone, so I've shoved him somewhere else. So when he finishes that somewhere else, where did I even put him? I'm going to bring him back into rough stone powder so I can just keep pumping out iron crates and potato crates. Because in here, no. Where'd my potato crate guy go? Huh. Level up. Potato crate guy. Where are you? But yeah, there's different types. Like, this allows you to make different belts and masks and stuff. This allows you to create up mushrooms. This is the one I have not purchased in Zarya yet because it can be a lot of things. Be a horse ranch to get more stable slots, weapons workshop to make weapons, armor to make armor, safe asset management bank to make money. It requires the gold bars, and it turns the gold bars into silver. I still want to learn how that works. I haven't learned how that works yet. My one friend was looking into it, and I plan to look into it soon. But, yeah. And essentially, you just gotta go around gathering stuff to use in production and for selling. Now, for production, there's processing, which is the whole crafting menu. There are some stuff you just know, and other things you have to learn from talking to people and they give you the knowledge, or you test and guess. Once you learn something, though, it highlights yellow, and you can see what it takes. Such as this requires potato flour and mineral water, which potato flour can be gained from grinding. Polished stones from grinding the rough stone. So essentially this, you can see what it makes. You have a decent list. This is where you make dough and other concoctions. This is where you ground a lot of stuff. Ground bird meat. Corn flour, potato flour. Polished stone. Polished stone does sell for a higher price than the rough stone, but there is more demand for rough stone. Chopping is where you can turn the logs that you harvest into planks or building material. Now, I found that a lot of the crafting from housing requires the planks, and I haven't found one yet that can turn the logs into planks. So, it seems there are some materials that you need to do the processing yourself before you put it into your storage for your workers to do the work. Jerky, fertilizer, haystack. Oh, one thing to note. Fish. Once you fish up a fish, there's a timer until the fish goes bad. Unless you put the fish through the drying process. Then there is no longer a timer on it once it is dried. Heating, this is how you turn ores into melt it, make sugar. I can't click repair because I'm still not sure how to access that. Simple alchemy, simple cooking. And that's essentially all that. One thing I do want to show you guys, though. Where did I leave my horse? Again, most of what I've done in this game has been for profit. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the money I have, but I have it. A decent way to play the marketplace is, here's Zarya. Just make your way along the coast, cross the bridge into Ulvia. And let's head to Ulvia. You can do it. You can do it. There you go, buddy. Okay. Now that we are in Ulvia, there are 2 quests that you're going to have to pick up while we're here. They're daily and they're repeatable. Why'd that happen? First quest. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Come on. Move. There we go. Why do you move like... I still need to get used to on the horse. Alright, screw you. You're staying right there. So the first quest, I guess my daily hasn't ticked over yet, is from this girl. And the second one you're going to want is from this boy. They're both daily and both repeatable. And they both require you to milk a cow. So here you're going to want to milk a cow. You see you have 30 seconds, and you have to alternate left and right clicking without emptying the udder. Because it recharges over time, and you just got to get the milk to 100% in 30 seconds without emptying either udder. This costs 10 energy. It takes 10 energy to do this, but you get like 20 to 30 milk per time doing this. Let's just finish up all my energy real quick. Ooh, 45 that time. Not all the cows seem to be happy to be milked. Alright. And as you can see, I just gained, let's see, 29 plus 45 plus 39 plus 41 plus 41. 195 milk for using all my energy. So, with that in mind, let's head back to Velia. Oh, no, there you go. Oh, no. So, a thing to note. You move quicker when you're not auto-following the line. If you're physically pressing the keys on your keypad, on your keyboard, you do move quicker than if you just press T to auto-run. So in an instance like this, where I just ran out of stamina and my horse is just going to walk all the way back, it's quicker if I walk it myself than to have it auto-walk it. Okay, so we're back in Velia. Now, let's go over the marketplace. Oh, I want to get off the horse. I want to get off the horse! So, remember, we just gained 195 mil. You go to the central market, and first you want to manage your warehouse. Anything you sell has to be in your warehouse. So, I'm going to keep some of the milk I made, so let's just put in 150. There's now 150 in the warehouse. We'll go back to Central Market, go down to Sell, buying the milk. Currently selling at 10,800 per for 326,000 orders. So you put in 150, you just made 1 million silver. straight into your warehouse, which you do have to remove from your warehouse if you want to actually use it. Because your warehouse has its own money, your storage has its own money, and you have your own money. So again, that would just be manage warehouse and then withdraw whatever you want. And that is another good way to make easy money. Granted, it takes up all your energy if you do it, but it's good money. Now, a note on energy. While logged in, you gain 1 energy every 3 minutes. While logged off, you gain 1 energy every hour. So, a good way to regain energy is to make those long trade routes across map where you're just going to AFK anyway. Because it'll just restore it as you're doing the walk. And you're also making more money that way. So, that about does it for this video. Hopefully it all made sense. If it didn't or there's any questions, please let me know. If there's anything I need to go back and edit as I learn more later, I absolutely will. And until next time, bye! Look at him.